Hello and welcome to the Listening Post's unboxing channel on YouTube. Today I'm unboxing something that isn't brand new, but it is one of my little favourite products from Paradigm. Their Prestige 15B, often called the P15B. This range has been around for a couple of years now. Floor standing speakers are revered. They do a 75, which is a nice little slim compact, 85, which starts to get big, and 95, which are awesome. One of the reasons I'm revisiting this is it's just charming. I've never done an unboxing video on them, and I just want to share some of these special products that are available, and this is one of them. Now, firstly, like most products, at this end anyway, they come in two separate boxes. It's quite common with smaller speakers for them to be a pair in one box. Well, in this instance, obviously, it's a speaker in each. So, because they're identical, I'm just going to put them off to one side. And we're into this one. Now, apart from the ugly freight label on the top, everything is as what you would expect to see when it arrives to your home. We've got a bit of information about the fact that these are proudly made in Canada, Prestige obviously, some emblem, a couple of colours in there and a little line drawing. On one side, we've got the model and serial number emulated in a scan code along with a bit of information there. And that should reflect obviously in the other one as well. Opening these is really, really easy. They're relatively lightweight, so the process is pretty straightforward. These have that sort of paper tape, so unlike sellotape, of course, which you can just nick and then tear open, you have to cut it right across. Opening is pretty straightforward, but the first thing you should do with anything that is then stapled closed is get rid of the staples. Again, and you've heard this on many of the videos, there's nothing worse than either injuring yourself on the staple or damaging the product, the brand new one that's just arrived. So from here, the easiest next step is to take the box off the speaker itself. It's revealing a couple of things. Now firstly, have a look in the box, okay? There's the four corners that you see emulated on there. Yeah, it's down there, so there's the fourth one. Okay. In the bag, you've got these awesome little gloves. So, firstly, there's the grill. We'll deal with that later. Awesome little gloves. Now, these are kind of those types of things you get at your hardware store for gardening and pruning. Essentially, it's because many of the speakers are in a gloss finish. And so to protect that and stop people from putting their fingerprints on it, they give you a set of lovely gloves. There's also a manual. Now, firstly, this is bilingual, folds both ways. One is in French and one is in English. There's a support website thing for Paradigm, and there's 4 branded Paradigm little bump-ons, little feet to go underneath the speaker. So if it's sitting on a desktop or some other piece of furniture, you can put those little rubber feet on. Excellent to see that it's got the Paradigm branding on it. Nice little signature. Now, opening it from here is really, really straightforward. Okay, a few simple nicks because it's now only sellotaped together. There's 2 pieces of sellotape in a cross-like fashion. Okay, and a piece of bubble paper to protect the base of the speaker. Now, before I go any further, I'm going to have a chat about the grill. I know grills are kind of boring. I'll be honest, with a speaker of this quality, I'm tempted to leave the grills off. And you'll see that with historic speakers, with tweeters that are perhaps a little bit more vulnerable, grills become extremely important. Now they become somewhat optional. The grill itself is just in a heat-sealed bag. It's acoustically transparent material broken up into perhaps a third, 2/3, mid-bass driver tweeter covered, and it's got 4 neodymium magnets in the corners to clip this on. It's an excellent little quality, quite rigid actually, certainly for its size. There's not a lot to it, so I was surprised initially with just how rigid these are, so it's great to see. Right, back to the speaker. Now, as I tilt this forward for a moment, so I'm going to get rid of this polystyrene first. I think that's probably prudent. So the 4 corners, I'll just tilt that way. It's pre-tapped with a couple of screws. That's for Paradigm's stands, although that's become a relatively standard width, and it certainly wouldn't be difficult to drill these holes in any brand of stand and use bolts to secure them if you wish. But of course most people just use blue tack. Now, one of the reasons I'm spending time sharing these speakers today is that these speakers are in an amazing finish. We're going to get an opportunity to sort of reveal. Dark garnet gloss. Now, this is absolutely beautiful, and please hang around for some photographs so that you get some close-ups of this. The finish is stunning. It seems to be almost three-dimensional in the depth of finish. The pride that they have taken in the cabinet work and then the finishing means that these have this deep, rich red colour in certain lights, almost black in others, and it's this beautiful, beautiful gloss finish that contrasts all of the parts of this and just makes them look stunning. And if you're going to own a pair of bookshelf speakers, why not make them look as good as this and have a piece of art on a pedestal instead of just a speaker on a stand? So, we dive into it and have a look. Firstly, we've got Paradigm's now signature almost, disbursement plate. Now this acts twofold. Firstly, it protects physically the tweeter that's in behind. But secondly, and again, hang around for some photographs, you'll see a decaying sort of effect of large holes on the outside circumference of this plate, coming all the way into tiny little ones towards the centre, and then the very centre of the tweeter is covered completely. It relates to the way that frequencies can potentially disperse in a room, and we want to control that with this type of thing. You'll also see this sort of curvature. This is part of the time alignment, so the tweeter is sitting precisely aligned with the mid-bass driver, and it's also about disbursement of the high frequencies in the room, so you get a very wide sound stage naturally and easily from a speaker like this. Moving further down, we've got the main mid-bass driver. Now, the magnet in this is huge. It only barely fits through the hole that they have to cut for this thing. So it's wonderful to see that they've managed to put such a large engine in behind the drive unit. This is an aluminium-y material, and it has a reverse annulus. Now that the annulus itself is designed to virtually eliminate its presence within the speaker and great efficiency, and of course do its job very, very well. It has a cosmetic ring. Now that helps it's a tapered ring, and it helps to also manage the disbursement of the sound into your room. Beneath the mid-bass driver is Paradigm's logo, and as I quietly sort of carefully spin these round, you get to see the overall depth. These are very, very compact, and please, the sound quality and dynamics of this is second to none for a speaker of its size. So don't look at the relatively compact nature of this and imply the quality is going to be any less. It's beautiful. It's perfect. At the back, we have a little bit of information about the model, Paradigm Prestige, proudly made in Canada. You've got the main port, allowing the mid-bass driver to breathe. It's quite a deep port, and inside there are bracing elements and other things to manage the airflow within the cabinet. Beneath all of that is the rhodium binding post. Now these were first utilised in the tribute and inspiration speakers that Paradigm did for their 30th or 35th anniversary. This rhodium fitting is superb. The fit and finish, the quality as you touch and use these is obvious. A few little things, little rings, so you can use spades very, very easily. Obviously bare wire and a good quality banana can be fitted. These are all bolted in place with hex bolts, and at the very base we have the emulation of the serial number, which was off the box. So there we go. Paradigm's beautiful Prestige Series 15B bookshelf speakers in these high gloss, garnet gloss finish. Stunning, just beautiful to see. And very happy to have shared them with you today here at the Listening Post in Christchurch, New Zealand.
Thanks for watching. If you want to see more, subscribe to our channel.